promotion exercises. This school year has meant a lot to us, for it is our stepping stone to high school. We have shared in special moments from Spirit Week to our school dances and finally our trip to Disneyland. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Vice Principal, Mrs. Hardin, our ASB advisors, Mr. Pagenkopf and Mrs. Hollett, and the rest of the junior high teachers for their support and understanding. Our next 4 years will be filled with many new learning experiences, but we will always have our memories of time spent at Cajon Park School. Again, thank you, and we hope you enjoy the ceremony.
We also provide an opportunity for recognition for those students who have received outstanding citizenship during the course of their 2 years at Cajon Park Satellite. We present an outstanding citizen who has demonstrated not only positive attitude, positive effort, but has also been a major participant in the activities and duties and responsibilities that are at the Satellite. So it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce to you our outstanding citizen for the 1990 school year, and that's Jennifer DeBoer. I would like to introduce to you our principal, Dr. William Warwick.
Before I present the class of 1990, I'd like to make a few announcements and a few acknowledgments. First of all, I'd like to thank Mrs. Hardin and the junior high staff for the fine work they've done in preparing these students for high school, as well as providing many extracurricular activities this year. Secondly, I'd like to thank those staff members who were involved with the graduation arrangements, Mrs. Hardin, Mrs. Hollett, Mrs. Matson, and Mr. Hill. I really appreciate the work they've done in preparing and getting the students ready for this promotion exercise. Thirdly, I'd like to thank the PTSA for the corsages, the boutonnieres, the decorations, and the refreshments that were provided before they took the pictures and after they took the pictures. And then lastly, if you are going to purchase a picture, the pictures will be sent in the mail to you. So you'll be receiving it. And I don't remember how, it'll take several weeks, but you'll get them in the mail. Before I present the class for their diplomas, I want to present Mrs. Barbara Ryan. Mrs. Ryan is not only a parent, has been a parent for many years at Cajon Park and has had a number of children go through here. She's been on the School Board of Education for the Santee School District for a good number of years. This year she's president of the Santee School Board, and her last one is coming through and graduating. So I'd like to present Mrs. Ryan, and I know she has a few words she'd like to say before I present the class. Mrs. Ryan.
Family, and this is our last graduate, number 6. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone at Cajon Park for all they've done for the Ryan kids. I'd like the staff members to please come up here, if you would. Everybody on the staff, come on. Dr. Warwick and Leslie, come on. Without presenting them with something to thank them for all of the dedicated service and hours that they have spent on not only my children, but all of our children. So I have a plaque here that just says thanks, that we hope that they will hang. And I'd like you to join me in giving them a nice round of applause for all that they do for all of us.
joys of being a principal is this day every year. And for the first time, I see these young people who are sitting before you really looking sharp. Ladies look like ladies. Gentlemen look like gentlemen. And they're handsome. And the girls just look lovely. During the year, they're dressed in their grubbies, and sometimes you even have trouble telling which ones are the boys and which ones are the girls. But it's sure refreshing to see them, and they do. They really, it's a real highlight of the year. Not because it's the end of the year, but because they do look really sharp, and they look like they're ready for high school, and they're ready to go and tackle the 4 years at high school. So, young people, you really look sharp. And we're expecting to hear good things about you at Santana, or if you're going to another high school. Okay? We expect to hear good things about you, all right? At this time, I would like to present these fine-looking young people that are sitting before you and before me as they have completed the course of study for grades K through 8 as prescribed by the state of California and the Santee School Board of Education. They are now ready to step up to the next level of their educational experience, known as high school. They will begin as incoming 9th graders in September. And in a few minutes, Mrs. Ryan, President of the Santee School Board, will present their diplomas to them as their names are called by Mrs. Harden, our junior high vice principal. So, with no further ado, at this time it gives me a great deal of pleasure to present the class of 1990 to Mrs. Ryan for the presentation of their diplomas.
We'd like to ask that you hold your applause until the end, as we have quite a few graduates to get through. Heath Cassian Area. Brian Patrick Bailey. George Kelly Paquin.
Yeah, we have to take them.
Eric. Amy Parsons. Wendy Lee Pate. Christy Pearson. Eric Pedroza. Melissa Peer. Craig Pfister. Christopher Radov. Lara Ramsey. Jennifer Rector. Matt Robinson.
Hello, Heather. Dave.
Karen Rodriguez. need another big round of applause for the class of 1990.
This is the close-up of Craig Pfister's ear on graduation day. This is his eyeball.
Might get a load of the haircut on this side.
My little brother, you're so cute! You're so fucking cute! You look like she's got you right there. Another polka dot in there. Scarier. There. Craig.
Excuse me? That's all right, Marcia.
That looked good in the movie.
Get together. Together.
Just a sec, just a sec.
Entitled that is Santana. We left it there. Bobby, you want to get in there? Bobby, we'll take a few here. Okay, Craig. Over there. Okay, up close.
Hey, I'm Heather. We'll pay you for it later. Don't worry about it.
Happier. Boy, oh, 1, 2, 3. That's called Boys Will Be Boys.
I can see.
Dad, they're trying to give me love for truth. I can't do that. No, walk it through your house. Just like that.
My car is right over there. Come on. My car is right over there.
Well, I want to do.
I don't know.
You guys turn around and look at
Yeah, but the girls, they're not going to.
Yeah.
Oh my